You ever do a bit about something personal to you and it's working, but you realize while they're laughing, oh, I'm not ready to talk about this yet.
100%.
And I just told 300 people. And I hope no one filmed it.
Your special's so good.
Thank you. That's really nice. And I do care about your opinion. I do. There's not a lot of people. You are one of the people I was like, oh, Mike likes it. Yeah.
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's like a masterclass in joke writing. Like it's,
oh my God.
I think so.
Nice.
Do you free write? Like, do you go, okay, I'm going to spend a half hour today with a notebook?
What I do is I will have ideas, throughout the day for weeks or whatever.
Sure.
But I usually have ideas that I'll write in like a note on my phone, and then those will sort of accumulate. And then when I have a minute, I will write them all down in a notebook, and then I'll go through all of those. Like, it's usually just one line or like one idea, and then I'll go through all of those and whittle it down to stuff that I think I can expand upon.
What passes the test? Like, for example, you have a joke in your special about essentially being a toxic girlfriend in a relationship for like 10 years or your 20s or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do you, with that bit, how do you go like from, that's an idea I'm thinking about to like, I'm going to throw that on stage?
Is that the Ashes one?
It's the one where you go, I wrote down the exact
Or was it the cousin fight?
Here's my favorite line. I was laying on the couch with my boyfriend and we weren't fighting and I thought that was weird.
Oh, yeah.
That's like one of my favorite lines in the special.
Really?
That was weird. I thought that was weird. So I said, if you found out we were cousins, would you break up with me?
Yeah.
And I was just thinking like a couple questions about that. One is like, how do you go, okay, that's a bit. And then also like, what's the truth level? What's your truth code on your own jokes?
Well, I think the most that I will bend the truth is if I want to talk about something that happened to me, but I don't want to say it was me, I'll say it happened to a friend.
Sure.
Or a friend of mine said that. Yeah, a friend.
Sure.
A friend has gotten me through a lot of premises I wanted to do.
Of course.
And a friend said this, and it's just in your own brain. But that joke specifically, that was something I really asked a boyfriend. That's like completely 100% true. And I did text a bunch of my friends and they all said, well, do we have to tell anybody? And I said no.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, well then we wouldn't have kids, but we wouldn't break up and we wouldn't tell anybody. And I texted like three couples.
That's a majority of what people said.
I texted my three closest friends who are all engaged or married. And that's what they all said. Not one person said otherwise.
You know what that tells me? It's hard out there.
It's hard out there. But then the next weekend, like a couple days later, I was at the airport with Dustin.
Yeah.
We were going on the road. And I told him about that fight. And I go, how crazy is this? Because Dustin's been married to Melissa for 20 years.
And tours with you a lot.
And tours with me a lot. Dustin Nickerson, very funny. And he goes, you're so wrong about this. Don't ever say that on stage.
That's hilarious.
He goes, you're so wrong. I go, you're telling me that if you found out Melissa was your cousin, you have 3 kids, they're all fine. You find out right now.
That's interesting.
You would divorce her. He goes, absolutely. I go, what if you found out she was a murderer? And he goes, she had her reasons. I go, that's fine. You're okay if she's a murderer.
Oh, that's interesting.
He goes, yeah, I'd go visit her in jail. I'm sure she has a good explanation for it. But he was so not on board with the cousin thing. And so then I wanted to prove to Dustin that it would work on stage. And I wanted to see what other people would think. So then I put it on stage. And when it worked, I was like, I told you.
He's also dodging with the murderer thing, I think. Because he's like, I'd visit her in jail. No, she's not in jail. In the scenario, she's out and living with you.
Right.
And it's your secret that she is a murderer.
But that's the thing. He would turn her in. He goes, I would turn.
No, he
goes, I would
wouldn't.
turn her in, but I would visit her.
On. I call bullshit on that.
I know. That's what he said. That he might
turn her in.
He might have changed his mind by now. This was a couple years ago.
No, we will hold him to it. We will be holding him to it. Okay. It's funny. The cousin thing.
Yeah, real fight.
I mean,
that's the thing. You don't know. It's not. I'm not saying if you meet someone and find out they're your cousin,
right?
Of course you break up then. Of course. But if you're in love and you've been together for a while,
And to be clear, a lot of cousin couples out there.
there's a lot of them. There really is. And it's we don't want to lose that audience. And you know what? And this is my bad for asking someone I had only been with for like 6 months or something. I hadn't been with that person for that long. So he was right to be like, we would break up.
Right.
But I think I just knew that person probably didn't like me as much as I liked them. And so I was just testing it.
I like that. I like that. But one of the reasons I like that area in the special is like, it's an admission.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think is the most toxic thing you did in those years in a relationship?
Oh my gosh. So many things.
Is there anything you couldn't even make into a bit because there's no humor in it?
In my 20s?
Yeah.
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 Oh my gosh. I like don't even know where to, I mean, the most toxic thing I did, and I did this in multiple relationships, is I would break up with people a lot and then get back together. I did that in like 2 relationships in my 20s. Like two of my like longest, most significant relationships. I was breaking up and getting back together.
Fear of abandonment?
Yeah.
Fear that they would do it to you?
Yeah, I think just like fearful, avoidant type of stuff. And it's something I'm really embarrassed about. But I definitely did it over and over.
Your dad doesn't watch your stuff.
Not that
You
I know
don't
of.
think.
I have no idea.
You're not, right, you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet he secretly does.
I have no idea.
If I was estranged from my daughter
right.
and she was making these big comedy specials, I feel like I'd peak.
You know, there's... I'd peak. That's funny. You know who watched it the first day it came out is my grandma. And she texted me and she said, I watched your special last night and it was great and I laughed a lot and Jesus loves you.
Sweet.
And she said, sorry, I couldn't help it. And I thought that was so nice.
And he does.
And he does.
Yeah.
And
supposedly, I mean.
I know, of course.
Nobody.
Again, we're not trying to lose any part of the audience.
This is not fact checked.
But when I was at her house the last time visiting her, we were going through Netflix trying to watch something. And my last special was in her, like, recently watched. It was like 5 deep. And I was like, oh my gosh, you watched it? She goes, yeah, of course, I've watched it a couple times. And I was like, and I just don't, you never know.
Who knows?
With your family.
That is true.
Especially when they're like more conservative. Who's to say if they want to see that? Like, I don't think my grandpa's watched all of them. I think he's seen clips, but it's not like I'm offended by that. It's just not his thing.
No, totally. That's how I
know?
feel about my parents. They don't really watch my stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's not their sense of humor. Not really, no.
Really?
Not really, no.
That's interesting because you're classier than I am.
I'm not classy.
As a comedian.
I don't think I'm
feel.
classier. I don't think I'm classier. But I think it's just too, and no pun intended, it's too close to home. Like, it's just about me growing up and all that. It's just like, I don't know. You're like a grown-up now, though. When you started,
isn't that crazy?
When I met you, you were kind of a kid.
100%. When did I meet you?
I mean, so early. I just remember when your first special, you were like 24, right?
I was 25. I was 26 when it came out.
Right, quarter life, right?
Yeah. But it is funny.
But you're a kid.
I was a kid, yeah.
25 or 25 years old. I think we met then.
32 is like a person.
Yeah, 32 is full person.
Yeah, I'm like the same age as everyone now.
You're this.
It's really cool.
That's right. Not statistically, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's really nice because I think I always kind of felt in my head and heart that I was like 30, and then I hit 30 and I was like, oh, it all matches.
Well, it's funny. Like you were a prodigy of sorts, and now you're a person who does this.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's so funny because there'll still be comments about my age in articles and stuff where people go,
young upcoming person.
They'll go, oh, and she's only 32 and she has this many Netflix specials, like people still, they want to reference your age for as long as it's surprising compared to the amount of success you have.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? I'm sure you've had this too since you got on Letterman so early.
They tried to run with that with me and it never stuck.
It never stuck?
They're like, this young guy, you've never heard of him. You still haven't heard of him. That was the narrative.
Was it?
It never went wide.
I was telling you before we got on that I just listened to your Leanne Morgan episode and she said something about, oh, I wish I had popped when I was younger. And you said, same here any day now. And that was a joke, right?
Yeah.
You're not like, I haven't made it.
No, I'm joking.
Okay, good.
I'm
I was
joking
just
to an
making
extent.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay, great. I was like, you're a big comedian, right, Mike? Because sometimes people don't see themselves clearly in this business. And I would hope. And nothing is more upsetting than when people you look up to as like one of the people is like, yeah, no, just not quite, didn't quite get the things I wanted and I'm not quite where I want to be. And you're like, oh no.
Yeah,
what?
no, right.
It
You're
never
right.
goes away.
Well, I'll answer that in two parts. A, it does never go away.
Oh no.
But B, I think that the realization, at 47 is just like, you start to go like, oh, the little shows are the shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go to the Comedy Cellar and you do a few 15-minute sets and you go, this is it.
Yep.
It's not necessarily the Chicago Theater, 3,000 people.
Yeah.
Or Carnegie Hall. Like it actually is, it could be a little bar show with 15, 20 people. And it's like, no, that's it.
Yes.
That's actually it. That's not
Yeah.
preparation for something else. That is the thing.
Yeah. That's why I've been so excited to come back and talk to you because I'm like, we're going to talk about stand-up.
Yeah, totally.
And I just feel like, did you see that Jason Zinoman article that came out after they gave the Golden Globe to Ricky Gervais?
Yeah, that was interesting.
About how it was like, there's a lack of respect for stand-up.
Yeah.
And I really feel that way. I think there's a real lack of respect for stand-up. And it's so weird to be like, I spent half my life getting good at this thing that I think is like the hardest, best thing to do. And there's a lot of people in this business who are just like, oh yeah, you just talk? Okay, well, it's like so weird.
It's just, that's always been baked in though. Like
Yeah.
when I came up in the 90s, I would say there was even less respect.
Oh, of course, there's like more respect than there's ever been.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, do you guys know how hard this is and how impressive this is and how lucrative this is if you get good at it? Like, it's so interesting to me, the things that people place value on in like show business.
Oh, yeah.
And just seeing how much money people spend on people's perception of them.
Well, they place value on visibility.
Yeah.
And visibility is kind of worthless.
But the right kind of visibility, because if you're going viral all the time for doing stand-up, they're not necessarily placing a lot of value on that.
Oh, you're right. That's true.
Visibility at the right places.
That's right.
Looking the right way.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's like, in some ways, I like that our profession is low class.
Yeah.
Because you have to really like it.
You do have to really like it.
Because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
You have to like what's happening.
Yeah.
Which some days you don't.
But
some days I don't. I mean, do you? You ever have days where you go, what is this exactly?
I think I have days that I feel like going on stage in front of people is kind of crazy.
I agree.
Like, oh, what are you doing up here?
Exactly.
Like, I feel like that, but I always like doing it.
Yeah.
And that thing you're talking about of, me on stage doing 15 minutes when I came up with an idea at 4:00 and now I'm trying it at 8 and it's kind of working and I'm figuring it out. Like that, when you see people who get big as stand-ups or even do stand-up for a little while and then become actors or whatever else and get into other things, you go, I guess they didn't like that part.
Totally.
Because this is the part I like. Like,
I had one the other night where I was doing a set and someone walked out.
During your set?
Yeah.
Because of you?
Yeah. And
you sure it was your fault?
Yeah, because they talked to the manager. They didn't complain about me. They were just like sensitive subject.
Oh, what was it?
What I'm going through. I don't want to say.
You don't have to say.
Because it's like, you could guess. It's one of like 4 topics where people are going through the thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's hard because you just go like, I stand by it.
Right.
But also they're not wrong.
Right.
And that is a challenging thing about being a stand-up, I think.
Yeah.
Is that you actually are intentionally talking about taboo things.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you're like, oh my God, I'm the person talking about this?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah. You ever do a bit about something personal to you and it's working, but you realize while they're laughing, I'm not ready to talk about this yet.
100%.
And I just told 300 people. And and I hope no one filmed it, but like I said something really personal,
yes.
and it works, and it's unfortunate that I can't do this joke yet.
A lot of times, my wife Jenny's a poet, and she always describes those as like, write them in the notebook.
Yeah.
Come back in 10 years.
Yep.
Because usually like your life shifts and and then that was in the past and the people are different and they're on the other side of it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I have a lot of those.
Yeah.
I have a lot of those like, I mean like, I think one of the best pieces of advice I've heard about stand-up is tell the truth. Because I feel like when you're telling the truth, the jokes part figures itself out.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's important, even more important than getting all the details of a story right. It's important to be representing how you actually feel about something.
I agree.
Which the reason I thought you were talking about the ashes joke in the special is because halfway through that joke, the first half of the joke is, I wouldn't want, if I was married to someone who had a dead spouse, I wouldn't want their ashes in our house all the time. And then halfway through the joke, I go, I don't really feel that way anymore. I felt that way when I was younger.
Right.
And the joke worked, so I wanted to keep doing it. But I was like, this isn't true to who I am anymore. Yeah. This is just a funny thought I had when I was much younger that I've turned into a bit, but it's not who I am. So then I had to write a joke about how it wasn't how I felt anymore.
Exactly. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. And it turned into like one of my favorite jokes in the special because I was like, well, I can't lie. No, I can't misrepresent myself.
I think that's great. And yeah, I love that joke. And I love that idea in joke writing is like, and even just in storytelling, like Ira Glass always says this thing, which is like, what's the story? And then how do you feel about the story? And it's like, when I get stuck on a bit, it's like, well, how do I feel about the thing?
Yeah. Yes.
Like at a certain point, it's like, well, if you don't feel a certain way about it, then kind of who cares? Why should they care about it?
Right.
If you don't care about it.
And that's like a great way to come up with material when you're stuck, I feel like, is you just go, what do I feel really strongly about?
Yes.
Big or small topics-wise. But going back to what you said about like, oh, this on a Tuesday night doing 15 minutes is the thing. I said this to someone. I was doing some interview about something, and I think I even said, I was like, this is like my least favorite part, like putting out the special.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of like, it's still fun, but it's the worst part of the whole process.
Right.
And the best part is right after you're done promoting the thing you did, and now you get to start over with nothing.
Yeah.
And just go up and be like, is this something? Okay. Yeah. Kind of chuckle. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like the high of doing a new hour for the first time and being like, oh my gosh, it's coming together. And it's like, that's the best part up until you're kind of on autopilot for like the last couple months before you tape.
Yeah. The first part is like a high wire act.
Yes.
And the second part is like, there's a net, the wire is secure.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like,
I'm walking across this thing. Yeah. Do you ever have people walk out of your shows? Because I feel like you talk about religion so much. You're not disrespectful, but it definitely like rides the line.
Right. And I mean, those early, like I remember I was working this hour out in Vegas when I had like 40 minutes, you know? And like, I think we did have people walk out of that because it was like, you know, is older people at a casino is pretty conservative. Sure. And like, honestly, sure, I get that. Yeah. This isn't what you thought. You maybe saw my face and went, oh, you're on CBS. Like at the time, like I get it, you know, it can't be mad about it.
Right.
And yeah, I think my last hour was a lot broader. And if you maybe only saw that and then you came to this, you might be like, what? Mm-hmm. This is pretty different, you know? Yeah,
for sure. I had that when I did Thank God for Jokes, where it was on the heels of my girlfriend's boyfriend. I was doing Thank God for Jokes, and then people go, now he curses.
That's cool.
I was like, oh, now he curses? I didn't know I wasn't cursing before.
I know. I was like, you were cursing, weren't you?
I thought so.
But you're giving clean comedian.
I guess so, yeah.
That's what I mean about the classy thing.
Yeah, I look classy.
You look classy. And sometimes you just look wholesome. I mean, people used to think, I don't think anyone thinks I'm clean anymore, but people thought I was clean longer than I thought that they would. And I was clean for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So maybe it was just, you know,
Oh, so you did flip.
Oh, yeah. I was super clean.
You just made a decision.
I was super clean until I was 22 because I was doing churches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even when I was doing mostly clubs and colleges and stuff, I was still doing a church here and there.
Do church, like clergy pastors, ever come up to you and talk to you about connecting with your comedy?
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get messages from people being like, I'm a pastor and I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, that's good.
You know? Or like, we're really Christian. I've talked to people at shows in the crowd that were pastors or youth group leaders or worship leaders or whatever else. And obviously those are like very cool Christians.
Yeah, those are the cool Christians.
Those are the cool ones who were like, we thought it was damn good, you know? But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are lots of people who are like, this was not what I wanted to see. But if you're super conservative and religious, you're probably not coming to see me. I don't think at this point. Right. Yeah.
What's your obsession currently? Like, what do you feel like the next special is trending towards in terms of topics?
The next special, I think I want to do really clean.
Really?
Yeah, just because I'm getting kind of like, I don't know. I just kind of want something challenging, and I can't think of anything else.
Oh, that's interesting.
That would be challenging, and also probably just talking so much about how I started in this last hour. It's made me think about it a lot, and it's made me think about, you know, how it was like a different way of writing and like a challenge. And I think there's also something to be said of like every other special, I kind of go like more personal, more broad, more personal, more broad.
Yeah.
And so this one was super personal. And now I'm like, okay, we'll go broad again. And I'm like, maybe we'll just do like sort of clean and observational and see if I can do that for an hour. But I don't know. Maybe I won't be able to, but I'd like to.
I know you mean. Like there is there is something alluring about playing clean because you're like, oh, you're taking away all of the easier ingredients.
Right.
It's like you're cooking a meal without cheese and without, I don't know, olive oil or meat. And you're like, and make something.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
If for no other reason than to just work on my vocabulary.
Yeah.
You know? It makes you look up, you're like, synonym for fuck. You know? You're like, I gotta think of something.
Totally.
Because if you're gonna say something instead of fuck, it's gotta be almost like poetry.
I think you're the most prolific comic I can think of. I think 4 specials in like 6 years.
Yeah, I think so. But I'm not agreeing with most prolific comic. I'm agreeing with the number of specials and the number of years.
Right.
But that's like kind of what most people do that, right?
No.
Every 2 years.
What would you tell your quarter life crisis self?
Double your meds. I'm like, it's gonna take you another year or so to figure that out, but just start right now.
Wow.
And then also probably just like, you know, it's tough because I was gonna say that I would tell her, don't worry, it's gonna work out, and it's not a fluke. But then maybe it wouldn't have worked out because I wouldn't have had the drive.
I always think about that.
Do you?
Yeah, I always think about that. Is the worry helping?
Yeah.
People always say that it's not. You know, all the motivational speakers say it's not, but maybe it is.
I think it is. I think that imposter syndrome can be a real driving force.
Well, okay, here's the case for worrying. The case for worrying. The case for worrying is makes you detail-oriented.
Yeah.
And the details are actually what make the thing good.
Yes.
So if you weren't detail-oriented, then maybe it wouldn't be as good. Yes. I feel like this is blasphemous because everyone's trying to not worry as much.
No, you should be so scared all the time. Stay on your toes. That's what I think.
Stay on your toes.
No, I think the driving force underneath everything I've done is like this need to prove myself. And maybe only after this last one am I like, okay, I think I'm like, I say this every time. I'm like, I think maybe I can relax. Yeah.
Right.
Like this next hour, I don't think is going to come together in 2 years. I think it's probably going to take longer than that.
That's how I feel about mine right now.
Yeah. Which I've never felt that way before.
Yeah.
I've always been like, I've always had a pretty clear idea of like where I was going next. Like usually when a special comes out, I have a new hour already, and I
Yeah.
don't have that for the first time.
You have a joke about men who kill their wives and think they're going to get away with it.
Yeah.
You haven't planned a thing in your whole goddamn life. What's the most disappointing date that you've been to in your life?
I mean, every single date where they weren't my soulmate.
Yeah.
It's like really upsetting. And you know so quickly.
Yeah.
Like I think that's why app dates are so hard because you know within 10 seconds if you like them or not.
Right.
If it's
so your
even a
soulmate
possibility.
searching and then your soulmate sort of like hopeful.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, got it.
Yeah.
This isn't it.
Yeah. Or if I've like gone on, in the last few years, if I've ever gone on a date and realized halfway through the date they were pretending not to have seen any of my comedy before.
Yeah.
And then it becomes clear that they lied. That is always really tough for me because I get that it's like a weird thing and it's hard to navigate. But then I'm like, okay, well, first off, you lied to me. So I don't really trust you now. And also, you know so much more about me than I know about you. And I haven't been aware of that imbalance this whole time. So that's been interesting to navigate.
You talk in this special about having like intrusive religious thoughts or how much religion kind of informs your thinking on a day-to-day basis. You still have it? Like what part of your life is still informed by that?
I think that here's what I'll say. When I said like people walking out of a show because they're like, this is too dirty or this is disrespectful or whatever, that actually does trigger that deep religious shame in me from when I was younger.
Yeah.
When it was like, because me coming up, if I said anything remotely dirty, innuendo, if I said damn, it was kind of like, I mean, I was raised on all that like abstinence shit of like, if you say the word stripper in a joke, now every man in this room is thinking about strippers.
Oh, really?
Yes. I remember a comic said that to me once in like a church situation. Cause I think I said stripper in a joke at like a church thing. And I was like 16. And this guy was like, well, when you say that, every man in here is thinking about that. And it's very similar to like, if you wear a tank top, you're leading boys astray.
Oh, wow.
You know, there was like a lot of responsibility placed on you as a girl to like not cause men and boys to stumble, which is so crazy.
Wow.
But I have a lot of like shame about feeling like people think I'm like dirty or gross.
Yeah.
When I'm like swearing or talking about sex on stage or something. And then also just like, I think the abstinence stuff really fucks you up for a long time. And I've done a lot of work on it, but I still have to work through it. Like in relationships, I think like at the beginning of a relationship with somebody, I know I'm going to feel that guilt sort of bubble up about sleeping with someone before marriage.
Yeah.
And I just know to expect it. And it's sort of like a knee-jerk reaction that I have to like think my way through.
Sure.
But it's like deep in my body.
It's so funny. It's like I think like I think about this with Fleming too, because Chris Fleming and I grew up not that far from each other.
He's so funny.
Many years apart, but we both had that kind of repression, like Catholic, Central Massachusetts repression thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're both kind of a response to that. And a lot of Massachusetts comics are. And I'm sure, like, I think a lot of people with religious backgrounds have that. But I wonder, like, what it is. I really don't know the answers. Like, what is it that makes you revolt?
I think it's just after a while you get kind of angry. I mean, when I started doing clubs when I was like 18 and I was suddenly around a bunch of atheists who like had never even thought that God was real and just didn't think about it. And it was a real like wake up call for me. And then I got mad that there were so many people living without this like shame and this secret voice in their head. Like I just felt like I'd been lied to my whole life. And it's why my jokes when I was younger about religion are so angry, because I was like untangling myself from a lot of it.
That makes sense.
And not everyone has that experience with religion growing up, but I certainly did. And yeah, I mean, I think you get tired of feeling ashamed of yourself. It gets exhausting. And when
Right.
you
It's
see
like
other
if you know nothing else.
yeah. And when you meet other people who aren't living with that, you're like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What am I doing? You know? Why can't I be like that?
No, totally. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I feel like even like when I was a kid, I always thought secretly I was funny, but that no one got the joke.
Yeah.
And then I went into the world of comedy. I'm like, oh, yeah, these people are like me.
Yeah.
It's such a weird experience.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I definitely thought, doesn't every kid just kind of secretly think like I'm special and nobody knows yet?
Do they? I don't know.
I don't know. I thought they did. I thought every kid was just like, I'm really something under all the like shyness and
Maybe.
awkwardness.
I don't know.
I always felt like that as a kid. And then I got older and I felt really sad when I noticed I lost that.
Yeah.
And it's been weird. I've been trying to really focus on the fact that like I'm everything my 12-year-old self wanted me to be.
Yeah.
And really remember that every day.
Yeah.
So that I appreciate it and enjoy it, because I didn't think this was going to be my life. I didn't think I was.
Right.
But I secretly thought that I was, like you said, like funny and interesting and like creative and all that stuff. But I didn't know how to communicate that
Yeah.
to other people until I found stand-up, I don't think.
It is good to remind yourself of that, because I think, yeah, anyone can lose track of like what was the initial destination.
Yeah, especially in this business when there's so many different types of success to compare yourself to.
Yeah.
It can be easy to get lost sometimes to go, well, why don't I have that sort of attention, or why don't I have that specific type of success, or why don't people see me this way? Like, and then you look at where you're at and you're like, oh, I'm actually doing really well and like so far beyond where I thought I would be.
Yeah.
And I need to be focused on that, not on like whatever, I don't know, thing I don't have, or I'm not managing to communicate. I don't know. I think there's like a lot of that with like being cool or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel that way. And this was where I'm like, oh, I'm not like cool.
Right.
Why can't I be one of like the cool,
That's really
the
funny.
cool people? And then I'm like, you're fine. It doesn't matter.
I think you are the cool people. Who were the cool people?
Chris Fleming's like a cool.
Chris
like,
Fleming's a cool.
Chris Fleming's
yes,
cool. That's a
guilty,
perfect example.
Guilty of being cool. Dresses like a mime.
Yeah.
It makes it work.
Yeah. Caleb Heron. Like there's like cool. There's like people who are just cool.
Right.
Who I'm like, I just don't have that. But I'm trying really hard. I think it's all the people who make it seem really effortless.
Yeah.
And have a really strong sense of self. And I feel that I have never done anything easily.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like I'm trying so hard out here.
They are both trying very hard.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I think they're both great. They've both been on this podcast.
I think they're naturally both very, like, talented and are, like, people.
You got to realize, like, Fleming's been doing comedy, like, almost 20 years.
Yeah, but, like,
he's
flows
trying
out of
really
him.
hard. Like, he just blew. It just so happens Fleming blew up in the last year.
Yeah.
First of all, his special's great. And, like, I always think he's funny. But I know what you mean. Like, it's
a personality thing, I think, more than anything, is what I get jealous of with other people.
Yeah.
Is I go, I don't have that type of personality. It's usually extroverts. I go, I don't have that.
Yeah.
I don't have that thing where I get energy from other people and I'm like effortlessly charming. And all. I don't have any of that.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying. I think stand-up.
I think you do, by the way, but I'm not going to fight you at every self-deprecating line.
I think stand-up comes to me much more naturally than anything else. And it's another reason why if I, go on a date with someone who's seen all my comedy, they might be disappointed when they meet me in person, because I'm like, yeah, I like her too. I've worked really hard on her. That's me at my best.
Totally. No, of course. It's your best 45 minutes of yourself. And it's scripted and like I think that's one of the things that's funny about when people often think stand-up comedians are going to be great socially. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
I have a microphone and I'm on stage and everyone knows not to speak.
Yeah. But then some of them are. It's crazy when there's stand-up comedians who are like great socially. And I'm like, that's not fair.
It is hard to theoretically like match up to this invented art piece that is yourself on stage.
Yeah.
Which is a perfect segue into the slow round. Who are you jealous of? I feel like we've covered this.
Leanne Morgan's kids.
Leanne Morgan's kids.
I want to be Leanne Morgan's daughter so bad.
Who's her makeup artist? She was right here when Leanne was on the podcast.
And I don't think I've met her, but I met her other daughter, who's also just so charming and sweet.
Yeah.
But every time I see Leanne in person or on screen, I'm just like, I think everyone feels this way about her, but everyone's like, can you adopt me?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe? Like, the first time I ever met her, she was just like, are you okay?
Are you okay?
I will do your laundry.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I'm okay. I'm fine. I had to go on stage now. Like, she's so magical.
Aww. She really is.
Yeah. So I have a lot of mom envy. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Whenever I see someone with really good parents, I always want to like take them by the shoulders and be like, do you know how lucky you are?
Sure.
Do you have any idea what you have here? But I think her kids know.
I think Leanne might take the job if you asked her.
I know. That's
like,
the
I
thing.
think if you reached out to Leanne and go, hey, I have a complicated parent
will
situation in my life.
Will you be my mom?
Yeah.
My mom's gone. There's a vacancy.
Yeah. Don't ask about my dad.
I'm like, I know you're busy.
Yeah, I know you're busy.
You're filming a show and movies.
And you don't even have to be full-time.
You don't.
I've moved out. I don't have to stay over.
But I can tell people you're my mom.
I think that's fair game. I'm hoping she sees this and calls you and goes, yeah, Taylor, I'll be your mom.
This is a joke, Leanne. I know you're so busy. You don't have time. You don't have time for that.
I'm still holding a candle for this.
I think she would. I think she would too.
That's lovely. That's a great answer. What do you daydream about?
Ooh. I usually daydream about whatever. Oh, this is embarrassing.
Please.
It's just evidence of what a workaholic I am. I'm usually daydreaming about whatever like my next project is.
Sure.
Which is, I think, probably me trying to manifest whatever it is. Like when I was younger, I used to daydream about like my special, like whatever the next special was. And that's kind of not hitting as hard anymore as far as daydreams go. Because you go, well, it's going to happen. Like daydreams are more fun when you're not sure if they're going to happen.
Of course.
What do you daydream about as a married, successful person?
It's, no one's asked me this. No one has countered me on this.
That's rude.
Which is rude.
You just daydream about your daughter becoming an artist, but being like, my dad did everything right.
I think everything in my daydream universe is fantasy, right?
Yeah.
So like walking here, for example, like it's raining out, when you came in, and I like saw this woman like being broken up with on the phone by like her girlfriend, and she's like, but I'm not codependent. Like it was just right. No, it's awful.
That's
right?
awful.
I felt terrible. But then my brain just goes into their relationship. Oh. Right? So it's like I'm like living inside of like a hypothetical. It's
are
crazy.
You watching them or are you one of them?
Yeah, I'm watching and then I walk off and then what I'm thinking about is their deal. Like I feel like so much of my stuff is like I'm in cafes, I overhear stuff. My brain goes into like what is the actuality of that?
But that's just you being a writer.
It is.
So is that daydreaming really?
Taylor, please.
Is that just you processing material? You're right,
Stop
I'm sorry.
Criticizing
You're so
my
right,
daydreams.
I'm sorry. You're right, I'm sorry.
No, but it is, it's writing.
Yeah.
It's writing, but it's like, that's why I'm a writer in the first place.
Yeah.
I just go into like, what if this?
Yeah.
And that's also why I catastrophize. I mean, catastrophizing is like a big part of my daydreams.
Oh, well, then that's my answer, too. I didn't know catastrophizing counted as daydreaming, because then in that case, add that. Going to edit out that other part. It's catastrophizing.
I'm going to go to material.
Okay.
I'm going to do more material than usual today. because you're a joke nerd like me.
Okay.
I had a sex dream, and then after that, I had another sex dream. And in my dream, I distinctly thought, I'm on a run.
You were impressed with your stamina?
Yeah, I'm like, I guess I'm just one of these people now. And I woke up and I thought, not only is the streak over, but the streak never started.
That's funny. I can't believe that wasn't enough to shake you out of the dream. You go, well, I would never recover this quickly, surely. I would have been in the second section going, wait.
I should have known.
How am I pulling this off?
I should have known that this, right? It's like, what is that? It's called in dreams like reality testing or something.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I should have known, like the reality test should have been, this never happens.
Yeah. It's with everything where you're like, when I was at my house, but it was my school. And it's like, oh, you probably should have known.
Right.
That wasn't your house.
That's funny.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
It was my house. It was my, yeah. Right. That's a funny way to go.
But hey, revealing about you obviously believe in yourself on a deep core level.
Yeah, or have a desire. No, but I think that's a funny way to go. By the way, I think what you're alluding to, which is like, what's the sex the metaphor for?
Yeah.
You know, what does it mean?
Yeah.
It's like obviously it doesn't mean sex.
What do you think it means?
I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell you. And then I had this sex dream, and then a few hours later, I ran into one of the people from the sex dream at a coffee shop on my
real life.
In real life, and I thought, in my mind, I just had sex with you in my dream, but what I said was, "Nice to see you," and now I'm suspicious of anyone who says "nice to see you."
That's funny. So now when someone says "nice to see you" to you, you're like,
"Oh,
hey." Well, have you ever told anybody you had a sex dream about them? It's kind of a bad spot to put someone in.
My wife, I did.
Well, yeah, of course, because you want those points. Very
funny.
You go, by the way, I missed you.
Oh, I'm dreaming about you. Are you kidding me?
And you finished, by the way, in my dream. It was very important to me, even in my dream. I'm one of the good ones.
This is and then I wrote this down the other day. I paired these all together. It was like I wrote, sex is such a big deal, it has taken over the word it. When you say we are doing it, people know what you mean.
That's a great point.
Can you imagine cornering the market on the word it?
That's such a good observation.
Like, imagine pitching that at a meeting. Like, from now on, our activity, we're going to call it it. And people are going to know what we mean. And everyone at the meeting's skeptical. They're like, no one's going to understand what we're talking about.
That's such a good point. Yeah, no one's ever said, and then we did it. And you've been like, what did you do?
Exactly.
That's really, wow. I can't believe I've never heard that before.
Do you have anything right now that's like half in the notebook?
All I have is half-baked stuff right now.
Hit me.
It's all I've got. Let me see. Oh, it's getting harder to date as I get older because I can't say anything romantic anymore, and neither can anyone else. Like, I can't say stuff like, I've never felt like this before. And no one else can say it to me because now it used to be romantic. Now it's a red flag. If someone's like, I've never felt this way before, I'm like, well, you're 38. You should have felt most things.
Yeah.
It seems weird.
That's a really good observation.
Yeah, because it's like...
Yeah, the novelty, all sense of novelty in a relationship goes away at a certain point.
Yeah.
I've only felt this once. It was with my first wife.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's hard to be like, you can only say like, I met the one so many times. Like once you're wrong, like 3 times, now you're just like, they're great, but you know me. I'm stupid. Like,
totally.
I've been wrong a lot.
Totally.
Like, that's what's getting so depressing for me and anyone else in my life who's single is we just keep, like, we have no confidence in our interest in people. We're just like, yeah, I mean, I'm excited, but remember all these other times that I was excited and it was completely wrong?
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's hard to have fresh eyes when you don't have fresh eyes.
Yeah. Seen too much.
Yeah.
Seen way too much. So I have that. Oh, My friend Kelsey Cook, another very funny comic, she told me that I should make a list of all of my best qualities as a partner because it'll help me going when I'm dating. You'll like know what you're bringing to the table. And she said I did it when I was single and it really helps me. And I said, okay, I'll try that. And she called me the next day and she goes, did you try to make that list of qualities? And I said, I did. I didn't get very far.
Yeah.
And she said, what did you get? And I said, I wrote down funny, fast reader, and I have a car.
Right.
Which doesn't feel great. So it made me feel worse, actually.
Right. It's like, it made me feel like I could be a task rabbit.
Yeah, exactly. But humble.
Yeah.
At least Task Rabbit's funny.
Task Rabbit made me feel like I could be an Uber Eats driver.
That's funny.
It's like, I love that actually. Fast reader is hilarious.
Yeah. It's tough.
So if I ever steal your phone, I'm going to get through a lot of emails.
Oh, don't
quickly.
spin it back. See, and now you've just spun it. So it's not even a good thing anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I can't show anyone this list.
No, totally.
But yeah. All right, what else do I have?
like that.
Here's something. Maybe you can. So it really bothers me when people are pregnant and they won't tell you the baby's name. When they're like, we're not gonna tell people till the baby's born.
Yeah.
And it's like, just tell me.
Yeah.
I don't care that much.
Yeah, I don't care that much. I probably won't see you.
I probably won't see you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm not going to call all our mutuals and go, guess what their baby's name is. I don't care. Who do you think your baby is? They are you also going to like cover their face at the grocery store?
Right.
Like no one gives a shit.
Are you in the royal family and I don't realize it? Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah.
And then and it makes me resentful so that when they finally do have the baby and they're like, look who it is. I'm like, I don't know. You wouldn't tell me.
Totally.
I don't know who it is.
Totally.
And I'm going to forget the baby's name on purpose.
Yeah.
Once it's here as a way to punish you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, oh, what was it? Sam? Well, I didn't have time to memorize it.
Yeah.
You didn't give me enough time.
Yeah. You know how in movies when there's a bully character and then there's like a wimpy guy who's always like, hey, I don't want any trouble. Uh-huh. That's me in my marriage.
You're the wimpy guy?
Yeah. And then when my wife saw me talk about this, she was like, that's how I feel. And I'm like, I don't want any trouble. But then I'm on stage. Yeah, the joke is I'm on stage right now talking about this. So clearly I want trouble.
That's funny. What does she bully you about? Do you have like an example that you can do in an 80s bully voice?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a wife thing?
You know what's funny? It's like, I don't think there's any bullying. I feel like I was so, like, I feel like my relationship with my dad was so intense that in my life, I put it on whoever is talking to me.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm your dad right now.
Yeah, but
whoever's talking to you.
It's not everybody, but just in certain situations, I'm like, oh, this is my dad.
If someone's upset with you,
yeah,
you're like, that's my dad.
Yeah, it becomes my dad.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she might just be like, can you do the dishes? And you're like,
I don't want any trouble.
Stop screaming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you have anything else?
I mean, I do, but it's like, who knows if it sucks. It's also like, I don't know. But whatever. Well, let's try it. Something that I have that I do actually, I tried this at Largo and I think I'm gonna get it somewhere good is people always talk about like the right time to say I love you. Like how long do you wait to say I love you when you're seeing someone? And I don't think there's one specific answer because everybody's different. Like if a friend of mine is like, they said I love you, is it too soon? I'm kind of like, if you're being honest with yourself, you know how long it takes to fall in love with you.
Right.
Right? Like if someone told me that they loved me 2 weeks in, I'd be like, that's too soon.
Yeah.
It takes about 6 weeks for me. That's at the earliest.
A solid marination period.
And that's if you're on board from the jump,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But for people who are like, if you're not sure if it's too soon, you need to really assess who you are and what you bring to the table. Like,
that's right.
If someone says, I love you 3 dates in, look at yourself.
Yeah.
Are you Dua Lipa? No, then it's probably too soon.
Too soon.
If you're not a pop star with a book club,
yep,
you are probably, it's probably a love bombing situation.
This is good.
Yeah, this is the one
This is a good bit.
This is the one I've come up with recently that I'm like, okay, this will be a strong bit.
When Jenny and I went on our first date, she goes, everyone hates me at work. And I go, why do they hate you? I love you. She goes, you love me? I go, you seem cool. A true story. It's in Girlfriend's Boyfriend, but it's
nice.
a true story.
I love that.
But it's like, there is oddly, and that was earnest, but it was by accident.
Yeah.
But
that's
like,
the best way to say it.
But there is something, to your point of your bit, there is something suspicious about an early I love you.
Yeah. But not if you're like Emma Stone.
Right.
Then it's like, of course you're in love right away.
Right.
So that's the kind of the thing is like, I think that that's what's so hard about dating is you have to be really honest with yourself.
Yeah.
About who you are and your like value.
Yeah.
And how quickly you draw people in and how charming you are.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, yeah, if somebody fell in love with me too quick, I'd be like, I'm not. It's the same reason I'm never late to stuff because I don't have the personality to be late to stuff. I'm not worth the wait. Like there are people who can reschedule on you, who can be like, actually, I'm going to be 45 minutes late, and they get there and you're just grateful they showed up.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I gotta get there right on time.
Yeah.
And even then people are like, let's keep this short.
Right. Know your value.
Yeah.
And then lower it.
Yeah. You should lowball yourself if possible.
All right. The last thing we do is working out for a cause. Is there a nonprofit you like to contribute to? And then we will contribute to them and then link to them in the show notes.
Yes. Palestinian Children Relief Fund.
Oh, great. So
Yeah.
we will contribute to them. We will link to them in the show notes. Taylor Tomlinson, congratulations on another special.
Thank you.
Always so funny and so good. And I appreciate so much for you being here and being on time.
Thank you for having me.